Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Nicole. Scorpio, this is going to be your weekend read, January 10th through the 12th. I keep wanting to say the 13th, so it might bleed over into Monday. Not real sure, but I guess pay attention to those things, right? So Sunday, I don't know. Anyhow, whatever they're bringing in. Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. Cross-watcher, if that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Discern the messages accordingly. You're here. You know how this works. Thank you to everybody there's been quite a few of you that have donated recently. Thank you so very much for that. Those of you who have booked personal reads, I'm all caught up on emails, I do believe. So you all should have responses from me, and I look forward to hearing back from you. So that's that. All right, guys, channel memberships are open. I hope to get that video out probably tomorrow. If not tonight, we'll see what happens between now and then. Still wrangling, getting out of all the snow that we've had here. So we'll see. We'll see, right? Whatever needs to be, will be. All right, Scorpio. Overall here on the split, Revolution and Fortitude. Scorpio, you are paving the way for others to see you, even if they're blind to it. I don't know what's changing in your energy, but it feels good to me. It feels good to me. So let's see here. All right, for Scorpio, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 10th through the 12th. First card out, Friction for Friday. Scorpio, you feel like somebody's pushing your buttons, but I think you're maintaining a way of balance within yourself. The name Rick, for some reason, could be of significance or importance to you in some way. T-I. The letters T, the letter I as well, even the letter A, T. I'm also hearing to be determined. To be determined if anything is going to be said. So I don't know. You could be waiting on communication. We'll clarify that for you, though. For Saturday, overall card for Saturday, the 11th, reaction. I'm hearing, oh my God. Okay, we're going to go with it. Oh my God. For some of you, ooh, Scorpio, what is this? This gives me a feeling of like somebody digging deep. Scorpio, I feel like you're the one who's having the reaction. It's almost like a realization to something that is, I'm going to call it very profound. You could either be, I don't know, somebody could have really long fingers. I have no idea where the hell that just came from, but we're going to roll with it. Like, I don't know. It's like Cruella de Vil. Real long, scrawny hands. I don't know. But it feels like it's like Spirit saying, take my breath away. But I feel like it's kind of like in shock. For some of you, this is going to be something that somebody could say or do. They may have an emotional moment and you're like, finally, oh my God, like there's something more with this person or to this person than I had imagined. It's also, this could be a self-realization of something that runs deeper. Scorpio, your vision for life is changing and shifting in regards to a belief in yourself as well. So it's kind of like you're finding the tenacity to revolt against a Mars retrograde, right? Like revolt against people who are looking at you in an angry way. Like they could, I'm looking at this friction and this reaction. It's almost like they are expecting you, or they want to see you sad. They want to see you feeling depleted. They want to see you at your worst. I mean, it is what it is. Like, they want to pick, poke, Spirit saying some fun at you. But with this reaction, though, too, this is, for some of you, a moment of, again, deep realization, but in a level that is, I never thought I'd hear those words. I know I'm kind of stuttering over myself here a little bit, so bear with me. but it's like somebody just says something to you, Scorpio. I don't even know how to explain this to you. I really don't. That just goes, this hasn't been for nothing. What I've done has been not only for myself, but for others, in whatever way this is. I just feel like this week, you know, on top of the weekly message I already put out for you all, this could be over the next week. This could be this week again, like something that's already happened. But you're not, Spirit's saying you're not letting this take you back. Like, it does surprise you, but you're not letting yourself get carried away. Like, you could go back into some sense of hermit mode that makes you kind of sit with this information or these words and go, okay, I have to review this again. It's not quite what I thought it was in some way. It has relevance, Spirit is saying. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, they're talking about a drawbridge, Scorpio. This message is coming in real weird. It's bridging some gaps in regards to your emotions. Maybe why you've felt the way you have. Some of you could be feeling a little down and out. I think I mentioned like depression, seasonal depression. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose, yada, yada. But this hasn't been for nothing. Like, I feel like those of you that are in your feminine energy, you're finding a healthy balance between your masculine and your feminine within you. And that's a big accomplishment in itself, to find a way between both of those things. So, I don't know. We're going to clarify, but it's just a very attention-grabbing energy that's like, this can't be denied. Okay? For Sunday, for Scorpio, please, Spirit. For Sunday. Connection in the reverse. Efficiency. Scorpio, you could also be feeling like somebody doesn't understand. This could be like a third-party situation. I'll tell you the same thing I just told Virgo. It doesn't mean someone's cheating or some shit like that, right? Anything outside of you that affects your dynamics. But I'm going to call this what could be a third-party situation that someone else around you just isn't connecting the dots. And you see through something very clearly. There could be some realizations too to the people around you of like what their purpose or their path is, or some of the things that they may have to go through that you want more for them. So it's weird, Scorps. It's like you're intuitive, right? Like, we know this. You're intuitive. You're aware of things that others cannot see, and you understand why things sometimes have to separate. And I think you're in a place of okay with that. Like, you're like, it is what it is. Like, there's not much I can do. Everybody's got their own purpose, their own path. But it's like you're trying to show the way to somebody, and meanwhile also caring for yourself, that like you've got this person's back. You've got the light. You can shed some news or information on something that they may not understand, but you also know they have to be willing to accept that information. So I don't know why the focus is elsewhere, but I do feel like you're very much within yourself. You're very balanced in that regard, but you also see someone else who's not making the forward progress, or knowing that there are situations that they're going to have to endure that you have no control over either. So it's a strange dynamic that you've got going on over the weekend, but you are able to make sense of it. Somebody else may not be able to do that. Okay. Spirit also saying that somebody else, in regards to this third party thing, could be keeping, I really want to say children. Like, Spirit has brought it to my attention a couple of times now. since I opened this read. Like, children could be involved in this. So you could see it, I don't know, we'll just say as an example, maybe like you're trying to break the generational trauma in your family. And, you know, your kids love your mother and they go to her house on the weekends or something, and you try to, like, encourage that relationship just because it's their path, right? But that person, your mother, as the example, continues to do things maybe they did in your life when you were growing up that you had issues with. So it's something to that effect, where this other person is having an influence over someone else's innocence because they don't understand, they're not seasoned enough, they're not aware enough. So you could be dealing with somebody who's just younger than you, somebody who doesn't have as much experience in life as you. It could be your children. It could even be your inner child, Scorpio. I don't think for a lot of you that that's the case, because it's like, I do think that when it comes to that, you've done a lot of work on that part of you. So it's easier for you to be, you know, on the outside looking in and seeing what's going on, knowing that other people have to have an experience in order to understand that, right? And this could just be friends, right? This could be friends, this could be family, this could be lots of other things, jobs even, where you just have a great awareness. You know, been there, done that. I know what that looks like. And you know, and you're able to truly empathize with the experiences, Spirit is saying, of other people, of what they're about to have. You know, that can be disheartening, right? It's a little upsetting sometimes, especially with people that we love or care about. We don't want to see them get hurt. We don't want to see them go through difficult things like we have. But again, they have to be open to receive that information from you, but they also need to have the experience, so the next time that comes up in their reality, that they're able to navigate that just as you have. So you could be being a teacher at this point in time too, trying to show people around you things that you already have come to an awareness of. It could be invoking a reaction within you in regards to your emotions. You're going to have to be careful, and I think I've said this recently to you. I think you're very open and receptive right now to other people's stuff. And they don't have to live in your home. I'll tell you, like, as an example, if you're an empath or, you know, whatever, years and years ago, I woke up one day and my knee was throbbing. Like, I had done nothing out of the norm, but it was just aching and aching. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can barely walk. And, oh God, it's been such a long time ago. I can't remember how long ago it's been, but it's been a long time. And within that week, I get a phone call at the time from my dad's wife telling me that he blew his knee out and he was on his way to the hospital and he would have to have surgery. As soon as I got that phone call, my knee quit hurting. So I was picking up on somebody else's pain physically, not just emotionally, but physically, knowing what is to come, you know, and it doesn't have to be physical pain, but it's just that intuitive awareness of something's coming. You may not know who it's for, or you may know who it's for, but you feel it, you know it, and you see it, and it's a matter of when. I do feel like this is probably heartbreaking for some, like finally some people getting consequences to their actions in association with this third party dynamic of whatever this is. Spirit saying the connection being lost, whatever that means. So maybe for you, Scorpio, you are losing some connections in the middle of this. For others, you're watching somebody else that you love or care about going through some disconnections as well. Things have to change though, right? And Saturday, I'm going to say this too, Saturday, the North and South Node moves into Pisces and Virgo. I almost said Aquarius. So, I don't know, maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius or something to that effect. But those nodes of fate and destiny are shifting. So it's karmic, right? Check your placements, see where those are for you. So this friction for Friday for Scorpio, shuffle more, they say. it's like, well, Scorpio, I think I said the other day, like, you've taken a detour somewhere. It's like, I've taken that detour. I know what that looks like. Heed my warning, right? Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. Again, dealing with somebody younger than you. Queen of Wands, mature, knows more, been there, done that, seen it all, knows how to assert herself, himself, they, them. Page of Wands is just starting out with the potential of how they can choose to do or be in this existence. So, reiterating those two dynamics, older, younger. And again, it doesn't have to be somebody who's actually younger. They could be older than you and just be an immature ass. Like, call it for what it is, okay? So what is this friction about? The thing of it is, I think that this 10 of Wands, my nose is itching, someone's probably talking about me. Oh well, let them talk. 10 of Wands. You know, Scorpio, Spirit goes, there's somebody, okay, thank you, Spirit. That 10 of Wands is somebody is probably burdened by you, Scorpio, right? There could be a lot of talks about you, how you've burdened them, how you've made things difficult for them. You know, like, whatever is happening, somebody here is wearing down. And you think about, like, this is going to be kind of gruesome. But we'll use, like, the movies or something as an example. But any time in a lot of, like, the fight scenes or something that's pretty gory in some of the movies, like, you see that person who's down, like, come back one more hard time, and then that other person finishes them off, right? Like, the whole thing. Scorps, I feel like the person who is wearing out, like, they could be coming in and, you know, think about what I put out yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before for you, for the final showdown, I think is what I called it, for January. Like, this could be their, you know, and I've said this before, their last big attempt. And I'm going to tell you, if you're dealing with the same situation or person, there's a cycle, there's multiple cycles to a big cycle with this situation, that it's not going to, like, when you have situations that are problematic, people that have been in your life for a long time, like, you can't clear that shit up overnight. It isn't like, boom, done, the end, you know, at the end of the movie. It continues on in different ways, right? Like, you think about, like, a divorce as an example. There's the idea of, we're going to have this conversation, we're going to get a divorce. Then somebody's got to move, right? So there's the next cycle. Then we move, and then we got to file divorce. So then there's the next cycle of that. And then maybe we're fighting over things in the middle of divorce. So then there's things around that. You know, there's always, there's multiple factors and multiple cycles in that big cycle, right? That draws endings and conclusions for situations. And I will say to you, like, yes, I do know, right? And I've even thought about it myself, like, geez, like, we're doing this again, right? We're doing it again. Same person, same shit, same day, right? Like, same thing. But you need to understand the cycles that are involved in closing out these much bigger cycles, right? You think about people that have been in your life, your entire life, for 10 years, 15 years, whatever it's been. There's cycles in this that have to reach conclusion. Call it a grieving process, call it a level of acceptance, whatever it is. But whoever this person or situation is, Scorpio, Friday, I feel like this is behind the scenes. I don't think you see something. Like, you may not be in full knowledge of the level of burdens that someone else is having, that somehow this person is tied to you, right? Like, you're at a distance doing good things from this particular situation. So you don't know. It's just like there's a lot of anger coming in. And Scorpio, honestly, I think your existence, I'm going to kind of flip the script a little bit from what I said, like, somebody could be pushing your buttons. Scorpio, I think you push this person's buttons and you don't even intend to. Like, you're just off doing the Scorpio thing, la-ti-da. And you're pushing this person's buttons, and it's like their aggression, frustration is pointed towards you. Yeah. You've got them hung up on something here, Scorpio, that, see, remaining stagnant. There's something, you know, you could be dealing with somebody. Again, I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose anybody. I can't talk this week or nothing. They could be dealing with mental illness. they could have multiple things going on, right? It could just be ill mental health in the sense of being down and out. It could be depression. It could be bipolar. It could be all kinds of things, right? But it's like your creative spiritual ability to deal with, it's almost like they wish they were you, Scorpio. Whatever you do, they wish that they were you. They wish that they could move through what you do, how you do it. Like, how do you get to this new level up every time they turn around? How do you stay pragmatic? How do you stay organized? How do you stay on top of your game? Spirit says it's easy, you just don't respond. So, if they're sending messages or something here with the swords energy, you're directing your communication to matter of a fact, right? You think about the Queen of Swords, she's matter of fact. Could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, doesn't have to be, but you got Aquarius here twice. And I think what I mentioned Aquarius earlier. So it's like you're not feeding fuel to a situation, you're not adding to the fire, right? Side note, as I said that, like, my human mind says also, if you guys are out anywhere near the wildfires in California, get somewhere safe, take care of yourselves, don't, memories are not forgotten, material possessions can be replaced, so please do take care of yourselves, okay? Be very careful. So thoughts and prayers to those out there affected by this. But anyhow, so with that, Scorps, this is a lot on somebody else's energy. I want to see, I want to know about you, though. What about Scorpio? What are you doing on Friday? For Scorpio on Friday. Feeling the world. As I said, there you are, 13. There you are. That's your number, Scorps. Smoke and mirrors. It's funny because I get this hint of secrecy with you. Whatever you're working on, whatever you're envisioning, whatever you're planning, you've blocked this. Smoke and mirrors, like, I feel like that mirror is a shield for you as you focus on the self. So whatever you're focusing on for you, I think you're changing some plans around, feeling your way through those changes as necessary for you to get into the next level up, like looking at things in an optimistic viewpoint, weighing pros and cons of situations, like what's going to be the best route forward. So, this person's feeling, yes, there you are. 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. What do we get? The 10 of Pentacles. You're focused on your Pentacles. You're focused on your work, your stability, your abundance, resting, caring for yourself. And I think part of this energy that you are taking and placing towards yourself versus, responding to somebody else, as Spirit saying you're not responding to them. It's very simple. That's the best thing you could do. Keep working on you, Scorpio. Keep doing the thing, right? No matter how hard or troublesome it might be, stay confident, in what you're doing. Just keep doing you, okay? So Saturday, for this reaction, what is this reaction about for Scorpio come Saturday? What is this reaction about? Too many cards. Gemini, you could really be dealing with an air sign. Gemini, no, I'm going to take these. The Justice card. Bear with me for a second, Scorps. You could be preparing for something. I feel like this is a little ironic, I guess, because you're so intuitive. You could be preparing for something without even knowing you're preparing for it. Okay. Talk about having faith and trust in something, Scorpio. This reaction thing that you're having, right, is you're starting a new cycle with a new, I'm going to say a renewed vision of something here. Okay, so whatever your goals have been, you're renewing your vision. So maybe you're making some small adjustments, I guess. I don't know. Adjustments to something. Because what you're doing, the meaningful work that you're doing is for the betterment of all. Justice card. Scorpio, with this reaction and all the things that I said about Saturday earlier, you're shying away from a feeling of defeat, okay? And it's like you may be making plans based upon somebody else somehow, like waiting to see what is being reviewed too. And the Justice card could be legalities. But I think you're waiting to see if somebody else is doing some healing work. Like you're taking into account what other people need. But I would be careful of how much you're making your plans around somebody else's ability to up level, okay? Don't make your plans contingent on another person necessarily, okay? So I would just be mindful of that, because I've said it before, like not everybody wants what's best for you, and that sucks to even have to acknowledge, but it's the truth. Like, what are your plans? How are they always going to be for you? What do you want? I talked about children, so I'm going to throw this out there. Like, if you're moving and there is a divorce situation or something like that transpiring, or you don't know if you're going to get the family dog in the divorce if there's no kids, whatever the hell this is. This is funny because this is going to go along with what Spirit gave me for the channel memberships. Manifest it with what is possible versus what is not possible. I can instead of I can't. So if you think you're going to need room for a family dog, get a place with room for a family dog. If you think that 2 of your 3 kids are going to come live with you, make sure you have room for those things. Like, work towards your goals no matter what, but also know that what is meant to be is going to be, because it's part of their process as well. It's a little tricky, and I hope you're following what I'm laying down here for you. Because they have to figure out their own fight. It's their battle, right? It's not your battle to fight, it's theirs. They have to figure that out. And so it's like your choices are being based upon what's going on in this situation around multiple people, but you're also trying to show an effort of stability and practicality and working together in something too. So part of this reaction is realizing there's multiple outcomes to a situation. What do you need to focus on for what you're desiring, what you're trying to do, okay? Now again, I'm going to pull a card specifically for you. Well, I think I'm going to flip this actually, because this reaction I talked about, like this news or this aha, whatever this is, and I feel like we got a lot for you, but not that situation. So what is this situation about Saturday that's taking Scorpio into this awareness? What about it, Spirit? Spirit's saying it's going to come in due time, open to discovery, the storyteller. Scorpio, you get to write your own story first off. Pardon me. I know we're moving into the full moon, right? But I also want you to focus on manifesting. Create a vision board. You're going to be able to give yourself and somebody else a preview of how much easier this is going to be. I don't know what that means for you specifically, right? It's going to be different for all of you. Exposed and revealed. You may receive something in writing as well. I don't think that it's going to be Saturday. It might be. But someone's motives are going to be declared like obvious too. So this could be coming in the next 7 days. Scorpio, be aware of that. There's another 7 here. Boundaries, planting the seeds, Queen of Cups. No matter what is transpiring here, manifest your visions for the future. Nourish those visions, if I could talk, for the future, because it is going to come together. You're going to, right now, it's like you're nurturing a new story. You're planting the seeds for a new story. You're getting more aware of yourself or situations, whatever this is. And then in due time, I'm going to say by Aries season, you're going to be able to start making moves. Like now it's going from that planning, nurturing phase into it's go time. It's time to start making movement on certain things. So you're going to get a definitive answer, Spirit is saying, and it's going to be just, and it's going to be balanced, and it's going to be fair. And in Spirit, when they come through with that, it's very much in conviction. Like, this is the way that this is going to be. So these 2 sevens specifically, the Magician, Scorpio, again, manifest the fuck out of everything that you were trying to accomplish. This 6 of Cups, again, you could literally have somebody, 8 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, who is not sure. There's that Page of Wands again, who's not sure where they want to be. The Fool behind that innocence I talked about, right? So you could be dealing with children or family members or something, like they're not sure where they fit. Somebody here feels misplaced or is trying to make a judgment call on where they belong. Is it with you or is it somewhere else? This could also be a relationship, right? Like they're not sure if they want to be with you or they want to go somewhere else. And if you are in that sort of dynamic, Spirit is saying, like, if it's a relationship, a romantic relationship of sorts, don't plan your future on them, right? Like, don't buy into the bullshit lines of, you know, God forbid, you know, and I'm not knocking anybody. We all done things, right? And we're like, well, never meant for it to be that way. But if you're dealing with someone who is like married or in another partnership and like, well, I'm going to leave him, I'm going to leave her, I'm going to leave the, you know, whatever, I'm going to move, I'm going to do. Scorpio, they're blowing smoke up your ass. And I think you know this. They could say something, right? Talking about that reaction of like that epiphany moment. Like you start to realize that this is horseshit. Like, and that may be a hard realization for you to go, this person isn't going to play fair. This person isn't going to show up for me the way that I want them to. They've got their own path to follow and they've got to figure it out. You've got literally no say in it whatsoever. So just be aware of that, but you just keep moving in your planning phases for you, whatever that looks like. Okay? So this connection in the reverse, what is this? What is this connection in reverse? Knight of Cups, the Moon. I'm going to say the player getting played. You know, and it's funny, I just did Virgo's reading, and, you know, for some of you, we've had these conversations over the phone when I've done your readings. There's always a theme to the day. Used to be for the week. Now it's like for the day. Sometimes it's for hours. And I just said in Virgo's read, it's like the watcher, I think I titled it The Watcher Was Watching Them or something like that, but it's uploading as we speak. But you could be dealing with the Virgo, doesn't have to be. You've got Libra and Gemini here, Aquarius also, so all the air signs. But this connection in the reverse on Sunday, the Knight of Cups, there is someone here, Scorpio. Oh, there's a couple things. Holy smokes. Who is this? Who is this Knight of Cups? Spirit, who is this Knight of Cups? Is this Scorpio? I think it's you. No, it's not you. No. If you were hoping for some sort of reconciliation around a situation, don't hold your breath. Whoever you're dealing with that's like the third party in this situation, they're about to make some really stupid, impulsive moves. And it's going to create a tower moment that is likely, like I always say, give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves, right? They're going to be the ones asking for forgiveness. And this is going to affect, they're bringing down their own shit. They're bringing down their own house. They make some kind of gesture or offer to whoever is connected to you, and they shine it up real good. They make it sound amazing. Oh, there's this and that. There's that, here comes that Page of Wands. There's that person that you're tied to, and there you are, Queen of Wands, like waiting. Again, Six of Cups, same card, Scorpio. Where they're playing on the naivety of this person, and trying to prove themselves, right? It's like beating their ape chest kind of thing. With this moon, like they're not being forthright. They're trying to be a bit cunning, and it's gross. Like, I don't even know it's gross. I'm gonna use a very disturbing example, but it's the truth, and I've seen this in the work that I do over the years. It's like somebody getting custody of a child because mom and dad aren't in the best of shape, right, for whatever reason. And this person gets this custody, and they're getting a paycheck from the state to care for this child, and then they abuse that child, and then something horrible happens to that child. It's like, I don't even know how I was going with this, but it's just the idea that it's like maybe they blame their child for, I don't know, addictions or whatever, and not being the greatest of parents, but meanwhile, it ain't no wonder. You know, I hope that's making sense, the terminology of the way I'm explaining that to you, because this is making my head hurt. But it's like, it leads to the proof that somebody's being used or manipulated or lied to or used for the wrong purposes. And Queen of Wands is like, black cat, intuitive. I knew it, I called it, I saw it, I seen this coming 50 miles away. You're prepared for the unforeseen because you know there's a snake in the grass, right? You know shit's not right. What is this moon about, Spirit? Holy smokes. Too many cards. Way too many cards. Hangman. Somebody's being deceived and you know it. I'm hearing theft by deception, so somebody could be breaking the law too, okay? That's Six of Cups again. And that breaks down to another six. So Five of Wands. It's like a fight. It's a battle. It's a competitive energy. You ever see people who are just constantly trying to one-up each other? That's it, Scorps. Like, that's what this person stands for. Five of Wands, Four of Wands. Like, you could go buy a new house and be super proud of yourself, and then the next person's like, you know, that person is, well, oh, you only have 2 bedrooms, well, I've got 3. Oh, you only have half an acre, I've got 5. It's that. Like, they've always got to one-up something. They've always got to be better than you. Somehow you're tied to this. They you know, it's like, if it wasn't for me, if it was, you know, it's just that kind of shit. Like, just knock it off. But I feel like they're doing this in a way to, like, win somebody or something over. Does it go anywhere? I just feel, no. It does not. It's funny in the sense of people who try to manipulate situations, how it blows up in their face. Like, they take it too far. They push it too far. They don't know when to stop, right? There's no self-control. There's no self-discipline. They take it way too far, Scorpio. And I think King of Swords, it could be a Libra. It got Libra and Cancer here. All the air signs are here. Again, Aries twice with the Emperor in the Tower. They could have Aries placements. Scorpio, your energy is here, but I don't feel like that's you at all. This is just somebody who will drive all night long, block everything. They're out of control with their actions. Ambitious to a point of stupidity. Like, you know when to cut your losses and walk away. You need to know when to cut your losses and walk away. This person doesn't know how to. So how does Scorpio handle whatever this is? Guys, I'm going to tell you, Spirit just said the next 7 days and even out to the next six weeks. 4114, because this is showing you something specific as to why there's parts of this you have to disconnect from. Let's see here. For Scorpio specifically in this, what goes on Sunday? Awakening a genius. Scorpio, I love tarot. I love the cards. I love intuitive abilities. I just got done saying to you, there's parts of this that you have to let go of. There's a reason this is happening around you. Massive knowledge, awakening a genius. The script has been written. Be aware of it. And what's underneath? Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Sing some Frozen, let it go. I'm going to tell you, there's 2 birdies on the bottom, 2 hummingbirds. Hummingbirds could be of significance. I know they aren't here because it's fucking freezing. It would take out the whole colony. You think about that bird, the harder you hold on to that bird, right, the more they want to run from you. They want out. They don't want their eyes bugging out of their heads. They don't want to shit themselves. Like, none of those things, right? Like, they just give me room to breathe. You've learned self-control. You know how this works, right? You've been there, done that, seen that before. You're smart enough to know when to back off. This person sitting in this Emperor position with the Tower doesn't know when to stop. They don't know when to quit. You're investing your energy and effort this weekend into the things that you know are going to matter in the next 6 weeks. This person can't control themselves. That Chariot, like, they are forceful in nature. If you don't accept it, they'll shove it down your throat. They don't take no for an answer, and it's like, damn it, just stop, right? What is this awakening a genius about for Scorpio? Besides the fact of the obvious. Scorpio, I've got the Temperance right here in the reverse when it comes to this person. I've got you here with this awakening genius. Guess what I've got? The Temperance upright with the Page of the Ace of Pentacles, not the Page, the Ace of Pentacles. You're like, here, let me offer this to you. They're like, here, let me shove this down your throat. When you let go of the reins of control and let shit play out the way it needs to, what beautiful justices abound. Give them the rope. They'll hang themselves with it. And for this, I'm going to ask too, I'm being super nosy. This Page of Wands, I'm going to pull out the arc. I want to know more, and I know it's like 44 minutes into this, but look, like, if you want a half a story, I don't know, go to another channel. I'm not going to give you half a story here. The River, they're stronger. Whoever this person is that's tied to you, Scorps, they are stronger than they realize. They're a lot more resilient than they realize. The dead end here coming out sideways. You know, the dead end reminds me of like the Ten of Wands. They feel very pressurized, very burdened. It's like, I feel like they don't feel seen or heard in a particular situation. And, you know, we've talked about the Judge coming out, the Warrior. I told you, they're stronger than they know. There's a 10. I do think that there's somebody, again, watching them. I don't know what is going on in your worlds, but holy shit. They get to make up their own mind, and they will. They get to draw their own conclusion. And, you know, it's kind of funny. I said, what, the player's going to get played or whatever this is. Let's just throw this to the wind here. If you have to, I just want to say children. I don't know why. This person will mature rather quickly in a given circumstance. They are becoming a spitting image of you, the crone. They aspire to be you, whether they say it or they don't. They watch your footsteps. I've said to you in the past couple of months, Scorpio, lead by example, have I not? All the while you're doing your Scorpio thing, not realizing that this person, child or not, is paying attention to you. They see how you move and they admire that. And I think there's been a lot of sleepless nights going, how do you do what you do? I don't know how you do that. General curiosity and genuine curiosity of how you do what you do. The difference between you and this other person that they're dealing with is this person makes them beg for things. You get down on your hands and knees with them and pray. They force it. You sit with it. That's a big difference. You allow things to come to an end. This person wants to enforce their will. You're teaching whoever this is how to be a warrior in their own right. And as much as this other person around your person or this situation believes that they don't see it, they truly do. Like, deep inside of this soul is a hidden array of beauty that, you know, it's like, I'm going to use the card, digging for gems, right? You got to dig through the dirt to get to the core. Scorpio, I feel like with whomever you're, whatever you, there's somebody in your world who you know has potential. You can't make them make up their mind. You can't force certain things because they have to have an experience. But again, you can lead by the example. And there is something coming up that is going to show that you just need to let it be what it is. Because in divine timing, there is only one choice. There will be no more mountains to move. There will be no more mountains to climb when it comes to this. At least not to the level in what it's been for some time. How does this end up? Monday. The eternal child comes out in reverse. Anima Mundi. You know, I've never read the book on these, the castle and the gem. Whatever this is comes home. Soul, person, your inner child, Spirit even saying your inner critic. It all gets reeled in the right ways that's necessary. And with this Anima Mundi, it's like, what is lost can be found. And I feel like for this person, whoever this is that's important to you, they're doing some early cleanup work of their inner child of a past life. The Emperor in reverse. They're letting go of the ego, which is a little odd. The World. They're putting an end to turmoil and picking a direction. Two of Wands. Look at that, Ace, going from the Two of Wands to the Ace of Wands. They have to be sure of the direction in which they're going before they're going to do it. They could be very, ironically, methodical, like this other person. They're tired of the headstrong bullying ways. That Emperor came out twice. This person can embody, again, the idea of a child. This person could embody parts of you and parts of another person, their environment, right? And they get to make a decision what part of that environment they want to live in, which one's healthier. And the World card is they're bringing this to a close, to a completion, a successful completion. It's going to be a lot better in the long run to let it happen this way. How does this impact Scorpio? Universal oneness. It's like coming back together, Scorpio, whatever that means. Diamond Sun Body, we have a gift that no other can offer, and you are unique and have a part to play in the creation of our new earth. 20, masters, teachers, and loved ones. You are being guided by the divine. Allow your heart space to open and trust that we are here with you every step of the way. You just have to have faith, Scorpio. You just have to have faith through this, and all will be well. Way shower. It just was like, let's check it out. You are guiding others by living in alignment with your true authentic self. Remember to shine your light. And look at this. You can't make it up. If you can see that, it says lead by example. Scorpio, expect this while it was intended for the weekend. Expect this to play out for some time. I'm sending you all so much love. As always, don't know what I do without you all. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal reads are open and available. Hit me up via the email down below in the description box, the About section of the page. I look forward to hearing from you all and see you soon. Take care. Bye.